Hello, Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon, everybody. We are here for the chapter lecture 16 of discrete structures. Ubaid, हमारे पास कुछ announcements थी. Your questions थे. How you asked me over the email that I said that we will discuss in the class.
यस सर, पेपर का पैटर्न था बेसिकली कि किस तरह से क्वेश्चंस अपलोड होंगे और सबमिशंस कैसे होंगी, एक ही पेपर
Okay.
अपलोड होगा और
So there was a lot of feedback. People said कि we missed a simple question because we were concentrating on a hard question. तो मेरे ख्याल में we are going to let them do it on their own. Okay. So we'll upload the questions simultaneously. Okay. At the same time 2 p.m. पे वो हो जाएंगे. And they will have about 1 hour and 45 minutes to submit it without penalty. And so they can submit it in within 2 hours, or usme they will have 5 marks penalty per question that they submit after 1 hour 45 minutes. Okay, so in general they have 1 hour 45 minutes, but 2 घंटे तक वो कर सकते हैं with penalty. 2 hours के बाद जो भी submission होगी वो that will get a 0 regardless whatever circumstances made them cause delay in the submission. So that's the submission मेरे ख्याल में. There will be probably 5 questions मेरे ख्याल में this time. So hopefully they'll have plenty of time. But they need to make sure कि submission में जो भी problems उनको last time हुई थी वो अब ना हो, because this time we are not going to allow them any delay. Last time हमने we accepted solutions which were delay up till I don't know 20 minutes or so. अब नहीं होगा. We are giving you 15 minutes, but after that you will get a 0. And the 15 minutes means you will have a penalty about 5 marks की penalty होगी per question that you submit delayed. Or what else?
Yes sir, are students allowed to ask questions during the exam from the initial
No. So that's part of the exam to understand what the question says, and जिसमें बहुत ज़्यादा लोगों को trouble भी हुई थी. That's actually part of the exam. They need to figure it out what question means by looking at the question. So question will most probably be self-explanatory. If they have attended the class, they should be able to understand what question means. But they are not allowed to ask any questions during the exam. They will remain silent. They'll have their cameras on. They'll just work on their papers and yeah. Someone asked some question on the chat or something. I don't know. Usman Ali, he says that 1 hour 45 minutes is the total time being given to us, and you will receive all questions. Yes, yeah, you will receive all questions at 2 p.m. and you will have till 3:45 to submit the solution without penalty. Okay. Can you upload the slides? Mukaddam, I'm not, so we are not uploading the slides. Okay, so you can go and look up the slides in the I don't know videos. Usko high speed पे चला के you can look at the slides, but we are not giving out the slides. Secondly, there was मेरे आप लोगों के सबके thank you so much for doing the videos in the discussion sessions जो आप लोगों ने किए. They were really helpful. Both thank you so much for doing it. उसमें कुछ I learned a lot. जिसमें एक problem था, almost every other guy was saying that I do simple problems in the lecture, and then I give you hard problems on the homework and exams. तो देखो perfectly fine. लेकिन देखो मैंने आपको I gave you an option to this whole lecture was supposed to be dedicated to problems for you. Okay, let me मैं videos के on कर लेता हूँ. So I gave you option to send me any problems, any hurdles that you have for a list of questions. अच्छे खासे questions थे, right? जो हमने किए हैं. उसके अलावा भी. But the thing is, no one bothered to spend half an hour doing those problems. तो किसी एक बंदे ने भी मुझे एक problem भी नहीं send किया to do for this lecture, which means के you are perfectly fine, right? You already know how to solve all of those questions. That's a sort of demotivating thing for me, right? Okay, I'll do anything you want me to do, The thing is, you need to take steps in that direction. Uh, but yeah, so okay, I guess we should move on and continue with the lecture. Any more queries, Ubaid?
No, sir, but we do have three students which are supposed to present and active all the time.
हाँ नाम बोलो उनके.
Usman Shaukat Gill,
Usman Shokat. Are you there? Usman Shokat? No?
uh, I am not seeing him, sir.
Okay. Mark him absent. Okay.
Okay.
Who else is there?
Hafiz Umair Ahmad,
Are you there?
Hafiz Umair Ahmad,
Hafiz Umair Ahmed. No? Okay. Who else is there?
Iman Ali.
Iman Ali. Iman Ali, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I see your
सर
question.
वापस मैं
Major.
शॉर्टली उसको इंटरनेट कनेक्शन इशू आ रहा है, वो 2 मिनट में आ जाएगा
Okay. Okay. All right. Keep your mics off, guys. Unless you have a question to ask. Iman Ali says that majority of our bets were supposed to start from the 30th, but for DS it's 23rd. The thing is, we had a plan
Sir,
to
Hafiz
start.
Umair Ahmed is present. He is
Okay, Umair. Okay, remain present. Okay, we'll keep bugging you. Um, so we already had a plan to start the exam on 23rd, right? वो हमने थोड़ा सा उसको वो किया because वो coincide कर रहा था mid terms के साथ जो academics का plan था. But academics changed the plan, so we are back to our original plan. The thing is, हम अगर एक हफ्ता delay करते हैं तो हमारा जो कोर्स लोड है वो डिफरेंट हो जाएगा. आपका मिड टू का जो कोर्स है वो डिफरेंट हो जाएगा, which I don't want. We would be delayed for your third exam, which would be on the, I think, 25th or 26th class, right? So that's the reason we are doing it on 23rd, because we had a plan to do it on 23rd since the beginning of the semester. Okay, and this will give you an extra free day in your midterms, and you will have a weekend to prepare for this exam. All right. Okay. So let me do this. So this is where we are. We were doing induction. जिसकी हमने we did a couple of examples last time. We're going to do, just to remind you, there were a couple of different flavors of inductions जो हमने last time देखे थे. There is a weak induction, there is a strong induction. Weak induction or strong induction means your difference it's in the hypothesis. Okay. In weak induction, you assume that the statement is true for some k, and then you prove that it's true for some k plus 1. But in the strong induction case, you assume that the statement is true for every integer less than or equal to k, and then you prove it for the integer k plus 1. Okay, so the assumption is much stronger in the strong induction case. And it helps you solve probably harder problems than weak induction does. So that was what it is. We're going to see something called structural induction today, और उसके बाद we'll probably do some integer modulus algebra. Structural induction is, in my opinion, it's the same thing. Okay, it's just a different term people use for applying induction in a different scenario, but they somehow define it differently. So let's do that. Okay. So I have some slides here. Maybe I have a larger version. Yeah. Okay.
Sir, I have a question about the last lecture. One question.
Yeah, sure.
सर आपने लास्ट लेक्चर में एक क्वेश्चन में बेसिस जो थी वो जो कॉइन्स वाला क्वेश्चन था उसमें आपने बेस 12, 13, 14, 15 यानी कि 12 के अलावा भी ली थी.
क्या?
हाउ डू वी कम टू नो इफ वी ओनली नीड वन और मोर बेसिस? वो तो यानी कि बाद में जब हमने हाइपोथेसिस लिया और उसके बाद हमने प्रूफ शुरू किया तब हमें पता चला कि बेस एक काफी नहीं होगी.
True,
मतलब कि
true.
ये
Yeah.
तो बेस तो पहले
Yeah.
सिलेक्ट नहीं करनी होती.
Yeah. So the thing is, base आपने पहले से select करनी होती है, but this sort of a feedback loop. Okay, you start with a base, and then you come up with your inductive hypothesis. You do the inductive step. But once you do the inductive step, you realize वो जो आपका base आपने बनाया था वो weak था. That does not help you prove the inductive step you approve कर रहे हैं उसमें. There would be a flaw. Okay, then you go back to the base and you update the base and you include some other cases or remove some of the cases. I don't know. Then you come back to inductive step. That's how it works. It's not like base is sort of written in the stone. It's not. Okay, you do the inductive step, and then you figure out the base you did was not enough to prove the inductive step that you're trying to prove, or its proof will not prove the statement that you are trying to prove. जैसे हमने last time किया था. Inductive step को करने के बाद आपको अंदाजा हुआ था कि there are some cases which are missing, which have not been proved. Even though base case was the case जहाँ पे सारे minimal cases आपने prove करने हैं. Okay, so you go back to the base and then you say, okay, no, base case will include this case as well. Okay, so it's sort of a feedback. Make sense?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Good. So the structural induction हम करने जा रहे हैं उसके लिए the first thing we need is a structurally defined structure. The thing is, in computer science we are very fond of defining things in a recursive fashion. Okay, it helps us realize things. Recursion हम करते हैं. Induction is basically recursion. Recurrences हमने देखे हैं. Okay, so recursively defined structures are structures which are defined sort of in a way जैसे हमने recurrences को define किया था. Okay? We define an initial condition, and then we define more things which are based on that initial condition. Okay, and the definition involves some recursion. We'll see an example that will make more sense. And then structural induction is sort of a proof which is used on those recursively defined structures. Here is a structure. Did you guys study binary trees in your data structures class?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Awesome.
Just
Okay.
started studying.
Okay, great. So this is what a binary tree looks like. Okay, it's a node, and then there are these arrows coming up of these nodes, which are called edges. And in binary tree, we say that there are at most two arrows going out of each node. Okay, and one of the nodes is designated as root. Okay, ये कौन सी नोड है ये ज़रूरी नहीं है कि ये कौन सी नोड है, but जब आप rooted binary tree define करते हैं, you designate one of the nodes and say okay, this is going to be my root. Okay, so for example, if this is my tree, so I could for example say okay, this ये जो सबसे ऊपर node है, this is my root. Okay, but it's possible that I say that this one is my root. Okay, so I just designate one of the nodes and I say this is my root. And usually जब हम draw करते हैं root को हम सबसे ऊपर show करते हैं, but it's not necessarily true that the node at the top is your root. All right, so that's sort of a binary tree. But if you look at a binary tree जो हमने ऊपर देखा है, there is sort of a recursive thing going on here. The thing is that you have a node, उस node से दो arrows जा रहे हैं, and those arrows go to a part of the tree which is itself a binary tree. Okay, so this is a root. On the left of it is a binary tree, and on the right of tree, this node is also a binary tree. Okay, so which means that you can actually define a binary tree in a recursive fashion. You can say that a binary tree is either just a single node. Okay, उस case में it might be just a single node binary tree. Otherwise, it's a tree which has a left sub-binary tree and a right sub-binary tree. Okay, so this is probably, I don't know, a recursive definition of a binary tree. It says that base case में हम ये कहते हैं कि a root node with no pointers is a binary tree. Okay, and then we say in a recursive step that a root with pointing two non-empty binary trees, TL and TR, is a binary tree. Okay, So that defines your binary tree. Is the recursive definition of a binary tree clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let me, I don't know, make some drawings because I haven't drawn anything today. Okay, so here's your canonical binary tree. Okay, this is a single node binary tree. But look at this picture. Is this picture a binary tree? The thing is, this is also a binary tree. This is an empty binary tree. Okay, this is a binary tree that does not contain any node. Okay, in any node and any edges. So this is also binary tree. उसके बाद मैं recursively define करता हूँ. What I say is that you will have a root node. Okay, I'm going to call it a root node. And then I will have an arrow to a left binary tree. Whatever is here is a binary tree. And then I have a right binary tree. Okay, so I will have some binary tree here and another binary tree here. Okay, but what's the binary tree? मेरी original जो definition है वो ये कहती है कि single node is a binary tree, which means that I could have put one node here. Okay, my original definition also says that empty tree is a binary tree, which means that I can keep this part empty. This implies that this structure is a binary tree. Okay, now this structure is binary tree means that I could do this. I could on the left side, जहाँ पे मैंने decide किया था कि I will have a binary tree, I could have this tree, जिसको मैं अब कह चुका हूँ कि it's a binary tree in this place. Okay, now this would imply that this thing becomes a binary tree. Okay, similarly मैं अगर original definition ले लूँ, 2 arrows ले लूँ, यहाँ पे एक node रख लूँ और यहाँ पे एक node रख लूँ, which were already known to be binary trees, so फिर this structure becomes a binary tree. Okay, in this fashion I can define infinitely many binary trees, but the thing is, look at the original definition. Original definition is extremely simple. It says that I have these two binary trees, a single node binary tree and an empty binary tree, and now I can construct any binary tree from these two binary trees by a root and then having a left or a right binary trees. This should be perfectly clear. How can I construct any binary tree, however complex and however big and however huge it might be? Okay, it might have infinite number of nodes, but I can construct it from just these two binary trees. Yeah, Shaviz.
सर ये सिंगल नोड बाइनरी ट्री और एम्प्टी बाइनरी ट्री में फर्क क्या है?
Single node binary tree has one node. The empty binary tree does not have any node.
मतलब एम्प्टी बाइनरी ट्री क्या चीज है? वो तो फिर कुछ भी नहीं हुआ, क्योंकि बाइनरी ट्री में तो हर चीज एक नोड नहीं होती.
No, देखो binary tree तो हमने अभी define किया ना. This is the binary tree. A binary tree is either a single node or empty, 0 nodes. Okay, or it's constructed using this definition which says that you have a root node and then you have something on the left and something on the right, and the something on the left and something on the right is a binary tree. Okay, that's the definition of binary tree, the way I'm defining it. In general, wherever you go, you see people defining binary tree as a non-empty binary tree. But the thing is, empty tree is also a binary tree. Okay, it does not contain any nodes. Someone says that non-empty binary tree, तो फिर उस case में empty tree is of course forbidden. Okay, क्योंकि they have put a clause that it's a non-empty binary tree. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay, awesome, great. So that's the definition of recursive definition of binary tree, and it's fine.